Dragon's Dogma 2 is almost here, and like many others, I am absolutely pumped about this game. Part of the reason I'm pumped is Dragon's Dogma 2 has managed to absolutely but crush one of my weakest parts of starting a new RPG, character creation. We can all start making our Arisen and our main pawns already, and I've done exactly that. I decided to take this opportunity to show off the character creator for you all and do a live commentary over the top of the footage to discuss anything and everything Dragon's Dogma 2 related, because I'm pretty obsessed with it at this point. So as you can see here, I'm starting off with some presets. This is one of the things I really liked the most about this character creator was there were a lot of presets here available, and I'm usually not the best with character creators, but as you'll see as I go through here, I eventually decide to actually take a stab at making myself. Paused for a little bit on the height there because I was looking into what the actual heights measurements worked out to be. Turns out I'm about 173 centimeters tall in real life, so it's a lot of centimeters, but I'm 5'8", so 5'7", 5'8", sometimes 5'9" on a good day, depends on how I'm feeling. So just playing around with a lot of these sliders. I've seen some really cursed things people have cooked up online. A lot more cursed than that that bottom half I just had going there. But yeah, I mean, there's like preset scars, preset tattoos, the preset faces where you can dial in a little bit more, change certain aspects of the face while keeping a lot of the others. Thought there was a really good amount of presets out there for, people who aren't the best with character creators. So, now I will say I also just watched the Dragon's Dogma 2 trailer with Ian, and that was a really, really fun trailer. It reminded me a lot of like some old school video game trailer kind of stuff. It definitely felt a little less Hollywood. I mean, obviously there was still some bombastic moments in there, right? We've got to have the stunning moments, but overall, it actually felt like a really good look into the game. And Nicole has been talking about wanting to play Dragon's Dogma 2, but she never played Dragon's Dogma 1. And she was like, am I going to be missing anything? And I'm like, no, it's going to be like tied together but separate kind of thing. She's used to a lot of the games more like Mass Effect or Dragon Age, where you kind of have to start at the beginning if you want a full picture a lot of the times. I really liked they even had like the movement style in here too. You can just make some ridiculous stuff here. And I actually used for my pawn, I used that more hunched over style because I made a slightly cursed version of my Char from Guild Wars 2. And if you're not familiar with them, they're hunched over because they really run on all fours. They're big lion people. Similar but very different to the Beast Ren. So sort of made a version of him in there, but I'm not going to be going into that on this video. So I'm curious what your thoughts were on the Dragon's Dogma 2 trailer that just dropped. Definitely fed into the hype, and part of the reason that I'm still making this video, even though it's a little bit after the rest of the character creator videos have come out. The perks of working a more than full-time job, I can't always get these videos out when I want. But now this nose right here, the nose and the ears are something that I have always really struggled with and always felt like that's about where I lose myself in the character creator. Because I always, like, whenever I try to make myself, I over correct the nose, the eye level, and the ears too much, and then by the time I'm done, it doesn't even look human, and I get frustrated, and I just turn it all off, and I'm done with it. So I spent, this video is sped up like 5 times, and I spent like 40 minutes creating my character between everything. And I actually asked Nicole what she thought by the end. We made a couple tweaks to the hair color, but overall, I think it turned out pretty darn accurate. Obviously with some minor tweaks for the fantasy aspect, right? I mean, I wish I was built as well as my character here, but unfortunately I've been skipping the gym a little bit here lately, so definitely not as adventurely built as he is. Although that is one criticism I do have of this character creator. There seems to be a lack of musculature available, especially compared to the original Dragon's Dogma. I know that I've read some people saying that certain skin types show the muscles better than others, sort of like apparently wrinkles. Also, like some skin types just don't wrinkle, even when you max out the wrinkles, which is wild to me. So if you're struggling with that, making a character and you just can't get a certain thing right, maybe try changing the skin type or the body type a little bit and see if it works out for you that way. But you know, just something to consider. Doing a little bit of tattoo action. The playing around with the tattoos was a little bit of a struggle because there's some spots where the tattoos sort of dead zone out, and it can be a bit frustrating. I also really like this set of armor. I'm going thief, so I just hadn't changed my vocation yet. But man, that armor is pretty. It seems pretty realistic to me, right? It doesn't look as high fantasy chainmail bikini level as a lot of them end up. I think this is the point where I called in the assist on the hair color, and I was told that my hair is typically much darker. I have really brown hair right after I take a shower or whatever, but it darkens up pretty darn quickly. And then especially when I'm on camera with the lights and then the hair product, it tends to darken up into an almost black, which I was like, oh wow, fair enough. I really like this thief armor too. I'm not in love with those daggers, if I'm going to be honest, but you know, I'll find some new daggers pretty quick in the game. I also have no idea if that's actually going to be my starting armor when I get loaded up, but one can only hope. If you made it this far, thank you for entertaining yourself with my excited ramblings about Dragon's Dogma 2. I've got loads of videos planned for this game, and I'm so excited to get my hands on it in a few more long days. So be sure to drop a sub for some quality guides and other educational Dragon's Dogma 2 videos. And until next time, safe travels, fellow adventurers.